Hi, I'm Jackie Keenan. In Chicago Business Today, a nightclub king returns. Another legendary Chicago nightclub is closing. Crowbar, the hotspot made famous by its celebrity clientele, will close its doors on April 17th. Crowbar opened in the early 90s and eventually expanded to Miami, New York, and Buenos Aires. The Old Town Club will be replaced by a new one called The Vibe. Nightclubs usually can't burn the midnight oil forever, and nobody knows that better than Dion Antic. 10 years ago, Antic owned and operated some of the hottest spots in Chicago, including Iggy's and Harry's Velvet Room. But today, he has trouble pinpointing exactly what his job title is.
I'm the visionary here. I'm the man with the ideas.
Antic has taken on more of a consultant role. He comes up with ideas for new restaurants or bars and finds partners to help bring them to life. But once the doors open, he's on to the next project. Antic says the vision thing is where his heart has always been.
I lost sight of what it was. I started this business to actually create venues that enticed people's minds, were like eye candy, they were striking. There was always something in them to actually see or do. And then at some point it shifted to where I became an administrator. And being an administrator is not what I want to do. I don't want to worry about busboys. I don't want to worry about scheduling. I don't want to be placing the orders. It's not what I do. I wasn't putting the effort into the venues as I was, and I was just getting them done fast because I was worried about losing revenue.
Antic left the nightlife when he was in a serious motorcycle accident, followed by a difficult, highly public divorce. So he packed his things and left town. Now, 10 years later, he's back and sticking to what really moves him, opening a restaurant that beams with his own creativity.
I've always believed that if you provide a product and you build a good product, they will come to it. It's got to be able to stand on its own. I believe in combining like the visual of a place with the marketing materials and all the rest. They all have a sense of a being, like they all come together. So they have to, they're unified. So like with Iggy's had a persona, and it carried that persona all the way through, from the motorcycle shows to the attitude with the servers to everything.
Antic hopes as a visionary rather than an operator, he can breathe some life into what he believes is an otherwise stale restaurant scene in Chicago.
The city has become so cookie cutter and so IKEA built that it needs texture, it needs depth, it needs layers, and it doesn't have it. Right now it's sports bars, Irish bars, and IKEA bars, and to me, that's not what I grew up, that's not the city I grew up in.
Antic's vision can be seen in the Wicker Park breakfast and lunch joint Bagel and the late night restaurant Shady Lady, set to open next week in River North. And that's all for this edition of Chicago Business Today. For more on this story, be sure to check out chicagobusiness.com. Thanks for watching. We'll see you tomorrow.